Welcome, my dear student, in a digital learning class of mathematics. As you all know, we are discussing nowadays about chapter number 3rd, that is coordinate geometry. And now we are in a very last exercise, that is exercise 3.3. And here I am going to tell you how to represent any point in Cartesian plane and how to find out its coordinates. So now the basic terms are clear to you. So let's take directly the exercise 3.3. First question is given to us: in which quadrant or on axis do each of the point lie? We have given some point like -2, 4, 3, -1, -1, 0, 1, 2, -3, -5, and verify your answer by locating them on Cartesian plane. So my dear student, as I told you yesterday, that first value represent x-axis and second value represent y-axis, and these two x-axis and y-axis dividing a plane into 4 parts. These are known as quadrant. So these quadrants contain different values. Like first quadrant contain both value positive. Second quadrant, let's see, we have quadrant number 1. You can see in this figure, first quadrant represent both value positive. When both number are positive, although these number lies in quadrant number 1. Second quadrant means your first value is negative and second value is positive. Then in third quadrant, whenever you are finding any number that is in third quadrant, that means both the numbers given to you are negative. And your fourth quadrant means first is positive, second is negative. And as I told you, the first value represent x-axis and second value represent y-axis. So let's see the given points, how we can represent them. You can see here I have represented in quadrant number 1 a point 1, 2. That means we need to start from 1 from x-axis and 2 from y-axis. Where they are meeting each other, that point is 1, 2. Now move toward quadrant number 2, where first value is negative and second is positive. So in this quadrant you can see I have represented value -2, 4. That means -2 is x-axis and 4 is y-axis. So you can see from 2 I have started a line, and from 4 both sides where they are meeting each other, that point is your -2, 4. Next point is on a line, that is -1, 0. -1, 0 is the point on x-axis, negative x-axis. Then in quadrant number 3rd, you can see I have represented point -3, -5. That means first value from x-axis, that is -3, start a line from -3, and second value from -5. Where they are meeting each other, that point is your -3, -5. So the last value we have 3, -1. 3, -1. So here when we are writing this one, 3 we need to take from x-axis and -1 from y-axis. So directly draw a line from 3 to downside and -1 from y-axis. So this is your point, and you can see here the values. Some values are lying in first quadrant, some in second, third, fourth, and some on a axis. But my dear student, without drawing this Cartesian plane, you can tell any value by using this plus minus sign. Consider if both are positive, directly you can say it is lying in first quadrant. If first value is negative and second is positive, then you can say it lies in quadrant second. If both are negative, then directly you can say it is this value lies, or this point lies in quadrant third. And if first is positive, like 3, and second is -4, if first positive, second negative, then it lies in quadrant number 4. In this way, you can easily tell without drawing this Cartesian plane to where is this point lying. So let's take your second one. In second question, we have given some values of x and y. You can see a table is there downside, x value is equals to minus 2, y is 8 that time, x is minus 1, 7, 0 and minus 1.25, 1, 3 and 3 minus 1. We are going to represent these value on this Cartesian plane. So try to make first x-axis and y-axis. After then write origin in the center. After representing origin in the center, you need to decide the scale. It is given select scale. So here we are taking one small division. You can see here so many boxes are there. One box we are considering equals to 1 centimeter, and similarly in x line, similarly as well as in y axis. In both axes we are considering one small box is equals to 1 centimeter. I have written counting like that 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the difference between 1 to 2 is one box, and this one division we called 1 centimeter. So after representing this number line 1, 2, 3, 4 and minus 1, 2, 3, 4 in this way, on write first number on these number lines. After that you start what is the first value given to you. Here first value is given to you, that is x is equals to minus 2. Then check where is x value is minus 2, that is a horizontal line, and y is 8. Then draw a line from minus 2 to upside and up to 8, where 8 and 2 is meeting each other. So this point is minus 2 comma 8. Next point you have minus 1 and 7. Once again minus 1 is in your left hand side of origin, that is minus 1 on x-axis. Draw a line from minus 1, and 7 is from the y-axis and join them where they are meeting each other. That point is minus 1 comma 7. Your next point is 0 and minus 1.25. You might be thinking how to represent 1.25. So my dear student, it is clearly written there, one small division is equals to 1 centimeter. That means there is a 10 small column. You can count in between this graph paper. There is a 10 small division between two countings. So we can easily count like 1 to 2 if we are going, that means 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. In this way we are moving forward. So you can see here x is 0, that means x is at origin, but y value is minus. So minus value of y is downside. So just move from 1 to third column. 1 you know where is minus 1. After then move toward your second and third column. In between second and third column it is minus 1.25. So the next value is 1 and 3. That means from x-axis we need to start from 1, and from y-axis we need to start from 3. Where they are meeting each other, that point is your 1 and 3. Last is x value 3 and y value minus 1. So once again from x-axis where positive numbers are there, start from 3 to downside and minus 1 from y-axis and attach them. Where they are meeting, that point is your minus 1 comma 3. In this way you can represent, my dear student, any point in the given plane by knowing their coordinates or they are lying on axis. But it is very clear, if one value is 0 and another value you have, that means that point is lying on axis, not in coordinates. Coordinates value, any value if it is lying in quadrant, definitely you will get both numbers. If one number is 0, then on axis. I hope, my dear students, you are able to understand this exercise. Thank you.